Hey guys, and welcome back to Riverhaven Collects. Today we are looking at the last spawn that I have in the classic comic cover series. This is based off of issue 39. I'll put that up for you. And as you can see, he's commonly known as Santa Spawn. So I'm really excited to get this one open and check him out and see if he lives up to all the hype. But yeah, this is released in October 2003, just like the rest of them in the series. So yeah, let's get him out of his box and check him out. Hey guys, so here we have the front of the box. As you can see, he's looking pretty cool. And here's the sticker. I am going to try my hardest to get that off and put it somewhere. But here we have Spawn, and you can see that he's got like a shoelace tied through his face. So I'll talk about that a bit later. But yeah, so we've got the side of the box here. This is the art from the cover, obviously. And yeah, that looks sick. And you may have noticed he's actually like a brighter red than the usual spawns. Might be hard to tell from this, but compared to the figures, he's a much brighter red. They actually have like a green background here, which I thought was interesting. Guess they're trying to keep with the Christmas vibe. So we've unboxed all of these besides the dude on the horse and the gargoyle. Probably not going to get the dude on the horse, but the gargoyle I am going to try and get, but it's a bit hard to find. So let's get him out of his box. Now, as I was saying, he's got a shoelace tied through his face, and that comes from the crossover they did with Batman, and Batman actually throws a batarang into his face and he ties it up with a shoelace. And they've kept that shoelace on his face ever since then. So yeah, that's just a nod to that, and it's really cool. I really like it. Alright, so I'm just fighting with the last clamshell that we're going to be seeing, hopefully. I suppose if I get the gargoyle one, we're going to see it once more, but this is the last clamshell from this series. I am hoping that the other ones will be much nicer, but we'll see. So yeah, that's just the pull out. And yeah, this is quite a big stand piece. I wasn't expecting it to be that big, but yeah, pretty big. And yeah, lots of tape here, and none of it's on the front as usual. Love that they think about that. And yeah, so this is what we got. This is, I suppose, Santa's sack, as well as the ground with a bit of snow and stuff. A couple of peg holes and things for Spawn's feet. But yeah, that's that. Now we have Spawn himself. So I'm really glad this got made. Like, the comic cover's one thing, but to actually have a figure of Spawn in a Santa outfit, that's just something completely else, you know? And it's so cool. So we have his little hat here. And yeah, I just think this figure is really cool. And yeah, just getting out of the box, you know, this is one of the ones that I've wanted to get out of its box for so long. So I just thought I'd show you this. They've put the chains through this plastic somehow, and yeah, pretty terrible idea if you ask me. It was really hard to get it out, and especially not having, like, not wanting to break them like I did on one of the other ones. So I just wanted to be super careful. And as you can see as well, they've got like a little weight on them. But anyway, I'm going to do this off camera. And there we go, we have him out of his box. So this was another hard thing to do. So his chains actually have these little slots, and you put them in like that. But yeah, this was pretty difficult to get him in there. I ended up taking off his cape here. And yeah, it was really difficult to get him in there. And yeah, it's another thing that I did have to do off camera. But yeah, like, the chains are in the way, his leg really doesn't want to go in there. It's really the knee one that's the problem. Like, his foot slides in there just fine, but his knee didn't want to go into its slot. So there we have him basically. We've got his chains in the ground as well. And now's the next battle, which is to try and get him into the position that he is in on the comic book cover. And yeah, it was quite a struggle for such a little spawn. He caused some big problems. But yeah, of course I did, eventually get him in there. But yeah, not without his problems. So I think I ended up doing it off camera. Just so that wrist part's supposed to be like that, and then his hand's now around the wrong way, and it's very hard to twist his hand because you can see those two spikes there are just blocking everything. So yeah, did it off camera, and now we have it around the right way. So that is basically the position that he is supposed to be in. And yeah, I was trying to do it very delicately because I really didn't want to break anything. I never want to break anything on these figures because they are so old. So just putting his cape on, and he's got 2 slots in his chest where the cape goes in. But yeah, this was a whole nother battle. So something interesting is that sack that he's holding onto is actually all rubber. Like the bottom's pretty hard, and you wouldn't be able to adjust it, but the top part's rubber and very adjustable so that you can get it in his hand. Not that I did really get it into his hand, but yeah, now I'm just fighting the cape here. So after battling to get his cape in, I did get it in, but he just needed his hat. Now, it is a bit unfortunate, his hat really doesn't fit on that well. I would have really liked a magnet, so that it would just stick on there. I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting a bit of blue tack under there just so that it stays on, because obviously I don't want to lose it. It's a irreplaceable piece. So yeah, I just thought, well, I'll put some blue tack, and yeah. So I really like the way that he looks, but we're gonna check out the pullout, and then I'll show you the showcase. So we've got the pullout, and this is really nice that they put the big picture of Spawn on here. Love that. Looks awesome. So we've got the side here, as well as the back that we've already seen, and this is the same as the others. We've got the game, we've got the guy on the horse, we've got the gargoyle that I really want, and the Twisted Land of Oz. All the same, I've discussed them before. So guys, that has been our look at Santa Spawn. I think he is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best figure in this series of classic comic covers, maybe. Hard to decide, but yeah, I love how red he is. That's really cool. His cape looks fantastic. There's so many like holes and details and crinkles and stuff in it. A bit of a shame about the Santa hat, how that doesn't really stay on that well, but yeah, it is what it is. And he is quite a bit smaller than the rest of the Spawn figures, so he kind of gets dwarfed by them, which is, again, a little unfortunate, but I think for the pose and everything, and the theme of like him being Santa is just so cool. But yeah, that's been my look at Santa Spawn, and there's not going to be any more from the classic comic cover series unless I get a couple more, but this is the last one that I have, so we've actually looked at all of the ones that I have from that series. So yeah, I'm going to be unboxing some other series. I've got a ton more Spawn figures to unbox, as well as some other things in the future. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like, and if that all sounds good to you, please hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.